Remember, the goal here is to improve your form, so the less your shoes interfere with that goal, the better. Firstly, no shoe is going to magically change your form for you, but it can definitely make it worse. A good shoe will facilitate proper form, and a crummy shoe will send you backwards. Here are some shoe features to look for. Firstly, you want your shoes to be zero drop. This means there's no height difference between the heel and the ball of the foot. Also, you might want to look for a more foot-shaped toe box. I would also recommend minimal cushion, or as minimal cushion as you're currently comfortable with. Okay, but why? Well, these features obviously mimic your feet on the ground, so there's no interference between you and good form. Having a big, chunky heel puts your foot in an unnatural position, which matters a lot when you're dropping 2 to 4 times your body weight onto your feet. But why minimal cushion? Some cushion is fine. I always have a medium cushion pair of shoes in the mix, but I almost always run in low cushion. There are 3 major reasons for this. Thick foam steals a lot of your elastic energy, so you actually have to work harder to get back up in the air. Try jumping in a foam pit sometime, you'll understand perfectly. Thick foam also creates a surface that, yes, is very comfortable, but is also very unstable, leaving you way more open to injury. Thick foam is functionally the same as taking a narcotic for your feet. It just numbs you to what your feet are actually doing. This leaves you more prone to running with bad form because you're numb to the impact. Think of it like decreasing sensation in your hand and then whacking it over and over with a hammer. This is kind of what it's like when you're running with bad form and you have thick foam. To summarize that, if you have less cushion, you will save elastic energy, you get more stability, and you can tell more clearly if you're running properly. At first, you may not be ready for super low cushion, and that's okay. Use as little cushion as you're comfortable with, and you will progress over time. Now, as you develop form and foot strength, you will be very surprised at how little cushion your feet actually need to feel great. Let's talk about arch support. Now, this is a huge topic that I want to give some well-founded opinions on. As I said before, the arch is one of the strongest structures in engineering for distributing force. You see it in buildings that are over 1,000 years old. The arch is the support. It does not need support. However, if your feet are deconditioned and weak, you have no strength in your arch. This is many of us these days because our feet aren't getting enough exercise. In this case, it's not that you need the arch supported, it's that you need to strengthen it. Giving it support without doing the work to strengthen it makes no sense. It's like leaving your broken arm in a cast for 10 years. When you finally get the cast off, you won't have any muscle. The problem isn't that you need more arch support. It's that your arch needs to support like it's supposed to do. Fortunately, the 4 exercises from my last video will help a ton with this. For training and racing, personally, I've been using the brand Ultra for the last 8 years. All those recommendations I had before, they basically have them in all of their shoes. Another brand like it is Topo Athletic, which I've never purchased before, but I've heard good things about. I also recommend that you get a pair of true barefoot running shoes. Zero Shoes and Vivo Barefoot are great, but if you're looking for something more affordable, Amazon sells a brand called Whiten. Their barefoot shoes are just fine, but they wear out quicker, you get what you pay for. Barefoot shoes are basically just artificial calluses for your feet. There's no cushion. Why use them anyway while running? Because it hurts to run barefoot on a hard surface when you have bad form. So this type of shoe can be seen as a test to see if your foot strength and your form is actually any good. I use them to keep my form and foot strength in check over time. If you are new to running in barefoot shoes, they need to be used with caution and intentionality. I hurt myself really badly once, and I do not want you doing the same thing. Start using them in grass because it's a softer surface that will be more forgiving to improper form. Once you feel comfortable transitioning to a track or pavement, great, but I do not recommend more than a quarter mile at a time at first. You can build up from there as you improve. When used well, barefoot shoes can help you improve your form faster and help you maintain good form over time. Personally, I like using them twice a week for my easy runs. But until you get to that point, just be smart. If something starts hurting, you're probably overdoing it. This wraps up the 4 videos on running form. I hope this information has been as useful for you as it's been for me. I'm not being paid to say this, but I highly recommend looking into Eric Orton's videos and books. He has a ton of information that I did not address here. I have learned a lot from him over the years, and I know that you can too. I'll leave links in the description for his Instagram, YouTube, and some of his books. Runners, I am so excited for you to use and benefit from what I've shared here. Be purposeful while you train this skill, and given time and patience, you're gonna see some wonderful progress, just like me and many others have. Enjoy the process and have fun with this.